Let me check. Let me check. I think I got the audio already hooked up here, but I want to make sure. If you guys are watching, yeah, the audio's hooked up. All right, let me start. Let me. I'm late 1 minute, and I hate being. I really can't stand being late, man. I can't stand it. Let me see. I want to see size. Okay, here we go. All right, and we're gonna short. We're gonna stretch. Make this a little shorter. All right, I got three people watching. Hey, what's up, Katie Frizzle? Nice to see you. We had ill mannered. I saw Wendy. I saw you were the first one to leave a message. Let me go ahead and take care of that. I just want to size a couple of things here. Um, I was kind of running late. Like I've been busy, like really busy this whole week, and but I've been trying to do my best to go with the lives, continue doing the lives. I mean, that's not gonna stop. The week's almost over. All right, so let me see. So, baby girl Wendy, first and last out. Yay! Hey, nice to see you. Thank you so much, baby girl Wendy, for supporting. Ill mannered, nice to see you too, bro. Hope all is well. Hope all is good. I've been running a little late, man. I was late 1 minute, and I was already like, ugh. I don't like being late, man. So, Katie Frizzle, ill mannered. If anything, I like jumping on early, but I don't know. I don't know if people use the notifications. I don't know if people do that. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not the type to use notifications. Like if ET says I want to be on at this time, I just remember, right? Okay, if Ladies of Explosive, I remember. If I know those, like if I don't jump in on time, it's usually because I'm running late because I'm doing something. As you guys know, I work. I also teach English, so I got a few things on my plate. I create content. As a matter of fact, I just finished a video that I'm about to put up. So I hope you guys watch that. Please watch my content. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so. Please subscribe. I got 6 people in here. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Shout out to all of you. It's Frank Tica's dropping knowledge. Talking papas live. Wing It Wednesdays. Wing It Wednesday. So it almost feels like I've been winging it, to be honest with you guys, but it's not really that. It's just that there have been some time constraints. I've been offering a little bit of support to people, in the background on my end. You know, the, I laugh when people run their narratives. They don't know shit about me, and they think they do because of maybe a few things I've said, a few lives I've done, or all the content I've put out. Like all that you guys see of me on the screen, that you guys hear of me, like what I share with you guys, the content that I put out, my ideas. I mean, that's not even half of who I am, and I'm sure that the same goes for every single one of you. Like, I have conversations with some of you. Some of you I speak over the phone with. Then we've talked about things. Some of you, I see your online pictures and things like that because we've added each other on social media. But even then, I know that my knowledge of who you guys are, how you live, what you truly are about, like what it looks like, when it's clutch time and how you react, I don't know none of that. I don't. But what I do know of you, I'm grateful for. And I just want to thank every single one of you for watching, for participating in the chat, for just being here. All of you guys that have subscribed to my channel, that continue to rock with my channel, that hit the like, leave views. I appreciate it. I truly do. And I'm glad because even the little that we know of each other has been good. And I can only hope that the more we interact, the more we know of each other, the better it'll get. Straight up, straight up. Wing it. It's Wing It Wednesday. Wing It Wednesday, man. Some people are out here winging it. I don't believe so much in winging shit, but sometimes it may be necessary. Sometimes we have to wing it. We have to improvise. sometimes we have to improvise. I am going to play a video. I always try to hit you guys with a little bit of information as far as like videos or maybe a definition is concerned. I always try to do that. I think it's important that even though they're my opinions, even though I'm telling you what I think, it's always going to be based on something that I've read, I've heard, that's been studied. A lot of the videos that I play for you guys are videos that are psychological in nature, and there are professionals behind it. So I try to choose videos that I know aren't going to insult your intelligence. And I always try to look for videos that are a little neutral, even though that's hard to be neutral, so that there are no offenses taken. You know, even though I'm talking papas, Frank Tica's dropping knowledge, talking papas, man. It's Wing It Wednesday. Sometimes you got to wing it. We don't know everything that comes up, everything that might happen, anything that will change the program a little bit, We'll change the timeline a little bit. We'll change the players. We'll change the circumstances. You got to be on your toes. You got to be on your toes. You got to be twinkle toes. You got to be twinkle toes up in this bitch. Look, when you're living life to the fullest, you have to be nimble. Like Jack be nimble, Jack be quick. You got to be that. Got to be nimble. You got to be quick. You got to be water. Shout out to Bruce Lee. Rest in peace, man. That was a wise man. Another man that died young, and he had wisdom beyond his years. Be water. And when you wing it, even when you're winging it, you have to know what you're doing. Like, you can't pretend to wing it in something that you've never done before. Like, that is like biting off more than you can chew. That's not winging it. That's biting off more than you can chew. Okay, winging it does not mean to attempt to do something that you've never done before successfully the first few times. That does not happen. Winging it can only happen when you have knowledge of it. And by winging it, you're looking for a way to maneuver around it, to improvise, but based on the laws, based on the physics, based on the rules. The rules as far as rules and regulations, based on rules of engagement, based on morals, based on principle. When you wing it, you still have to hit all of those buttons. Because if it's not that, then you're just making a mess. You're making a mess of shit. No, winging it is not making a mess of things. Winging it is I'm improvising and I'm being successful at it. But in order for you to wing it successfully, you have to know what the fuck you're getting into, straight up. You have to. You have to know. But a lot of times, we don't even start something because maybe it's not even out of fear, it's just out of discomfort. I've been talking a lot about getting out of your comfort zone. I've been talking a lot about that. And I think that if you are truly invested in the life you're living, if you have loved ones, if you have people that depend on you, or maybe you depend on people. You depend on people for your business or for your aspirations, or just to be happy in life, Maybe you depend on people. Maybe you depend on your job. Maybe you depend on a lot of things. Now, a lot of times it's hard to admit that we are dependent. And that's one of the things that you have to have as a reality. Like, you have to know if you're a dependent on things or not. Now, being a dependent does not mean that someone pays your way, but sometimes you depend on someone to get you from point A to point B. Maybe they won't be able to get you to point C, D, E, F, G, and all the way to Z. But maybe from point A to point B, you need to partner with this person. Okay, but just knowing that You're going to be able to wing it. If you don't know that, you might not be able to because you don't have someone that gets you from point A to point B. Now, there may be people that can get you from point A all the way to point Z. Maybe there are. But finding them can sometimes be a stroke of pure luck. Sometimes you have to build relationships until you find that person that can get you all the way. And then once you have that person, you have to develop trust, you have to develop a relationship so that whenever you need them spontaneously, they'll be there. That's part of winging it. Winging it is not just doing something out of the blue and trying to make it happen and accomplish it. No, that you have to have some kind of background experience, some kind of knowledge, some understanding of what you're doing in order to wing it. But sometimes we don't even get to step one because we don't want to get out of our comfort zone. We don't want to ask for help. We don't want to accept advice because we think that by accepting this person's advice, now I'm beholden to them. Now I got to listen to them. Now I got to put up with them. Nah, man, look, people that truly are out to give advice, they're out to give advice. And, if you take it or you don't, that's up to you. Their satisfaction is knowing that they did their job. That's exactly what I do. Just so you know, if you take my advice or not, that's on you. Now, if you take it and you let me know and there's progress and you come at me like, hey, you know what you told me really helped me, that really, it turned that situation around. Of course, I'm going to be happy about it. I'll be happy, but I'll be happy for you. And obviously, I'll be happy that I was able to help. It always feels good if you help someone and it was truly something they needed and you were successful in giving that help or providing that assurance or that advice. It always feels good. But people that are really out there to help people, they don't really like tally up if you came back and said, hey, I did it or not. Just the fact that you were able to listen, that you took it into consideration, is going to be up to you whether you run with it or not. But all of this advice, all of this experience that you gain, whether you apply it when you were supposed to apply it or not, is what's going to help you wing it in situations of adversity or change. Now, what can be more adverse than losing your job? Especially when you have people that depend on you and you've got bills to pay, you've got several economic responsibilities to maintain, as well as maybe a mortgage and a debt or taxes or whatever it is. If you think about it, it starts accumulating. What's worse than losing a job in the middle of all of that? And it's at that point where you may have to wing it to make ends meet, to get that other job and not have everything fall apart in the process. You can't do that if you don't have experience. You have to have some sort of experience having dealt with situations such as this that will kick in as an instinct and will allow you to wing it. What's up, Julio Solorio, Uncle Machete, depending on the dependent. That's right. That's right, Machete. Julio, Miss Katie, Julio Solorio, saludos, Machete. Miss Yaya, that's right, Miss Yaya, nice to see you. Frank in chat, stopping by, dropping the like, watching Project Hail Mary. Hope everyone is having a good day. All right, thank you so much, Miss Yaya. That's right, Katie Frizzle. Yo, that's 2 times. Papa's Talk. What's up, Frank? Chilling, man, chilling. We're over here talking about Winging It Wednesday, winging it. But even to wing it, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You can't wing shit from the couch. Like, you can't do shit. Like, yeah, I mean, unless you have a channel, right? Unless you're doing a live like me, but there are some stuff that's going to take action. It's going to have you get up and go look for it and go get it. And you're going to have to be able to do it. Sometimes to wing it, you have to get out of your comfort zone. You have to get out of think outside the box, and just get on with it. Like, do it. You got to do it. Like Nike. Papa, that's right. Ms. Yaya, good to see you, sister. That's right, old Manor. 2 times. Machete, 2 times. Ms. Yaya, thank you, everyone, for watching. I've got 15 people watching right now. If you haven't done so, please hit the like. If you haven't done so, please subscribe. I appreciate everybody that rocks with my channel. Everyone rocking with the Exposed Tube, ladies of Exposed Tube. Shout out to everybody out there putting out their channels. Katie Frizzle, Taco Stain, Hangman Stranger, Sooners, Terps, everybody, man. Thank you so much. Katie, what's up? Il Manor, that's right. Now, a lot of times, when we're faced with adversity, depending on what it is, or when we're faced with a situation that changes the trajectory of whatever plan we had, like we were confident that we were moving in the right direction. You know, we had covered all the bases. We had gotten the funding, whatever it is that you require. Then something happens, something out of the blue, right? An act of God, if you may, and disrupts things or changes things or makes it harder. Maybe before you were gonna have to spend a week doing something and spend this amount of money, but now this situation made it longer and more expensive. You have to wing it at that point if you want to continue in the progress. But obviously, the only way to wing it and to do something about it is to get out of your comfort zone, think outside the box, put on your hard hat, strap on your boots, and go and get it. Sometimes you just got to go and get it. But a lot of times, that first step to getting outside of our comfort zone is the hardest step. That first step is the hardest because we know it's uncomfortable, because we don't like the situation. Well, but hey, you got to get a job. You got to get it cracking. Like, I can't spend too much time without a job. I don't know about you guys. I don't know if some of you guys watching are, independently wealthy. Hey, more power to you. If you make your money work for you, I ain't mad at you. Just don't exploit people. That's it. Just don't be exploitive. Don't treat people with respect. Treat your workers, your co-workers, your employees. Treat them with respect. If you got it like that, and if you don't, then pay attention. This is for you. What's up? I'm not too late. Had to update a bunch of software. All right, that's cool. Yeah, it happens sometimes. Sometimes faking diabetes and sending a diabetic to your blood work appointment to have ironclad Ftdk and paperwork is your only option. Yeah, but just to get out of the house requires a little motivation, and I don't think it's there yet. I think sometimes it's not until we're being fucking hit with a hot prod that we move. But we should not be resting in our laurels at any given time in life. That's right, Jay Slaughter, Katie Frizzle. Hey, what's up, Kelly Big Dog? Nice to see you. Independently wealthy, pharmaceuticals always profit. Yeah, you know what's up, man. Machete, that's right. Nice to see you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. This is Wing It Wednesday. Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, talking papas. On Wing It Wednesday, I see a lot of people out here winging it. They're winging it. They're trying to see if it lands or not. It's not working. It's not working, bitch. You're trying to wing it, but you don't have the knowledge. You don't have facts on your side. So if you don't have facts on your side, if you don't have the knowledge, if you don't have the understanding, if you don't have the experience, you're not going to be able to wing shit. You know how they say, I'm going to fake it till I make it, or we ain't faking it. We're just taking it. When people talk about faking it, But even to fake something, like in order for you to fake something effectively, like when you make a copy of something or you make a bootleg version of something, you have to have studied the original. You have to have seen, at least, understand the mechanics, the design, whatever behind it, before you can make a copy. So even when you're faking it, you're only faking it from the knowledge, the experience that you know of that person, of that situation. So it still requires some knowledge, some understanding, some experience for you to fake correctly. Straight up, like, that's straight up. That's why you catch people that aren't about it all the time, because when you hear them talk, it's like, what the fuck? Where'd you pick that vocabulary at? Where'd you pick that word? Why are you using that word? That word is not a word that somebody in the know, in this genre, in this lifestyle would use. Why are you using that word? Like, I had not heard of actives, non-actives, all that shit until I started watching YouTube. I'm like, well, that's some fucking weird ass lingo. And I'm sure a lot of people probably were like, wow, that's weird. Like, I had never heard of SNY. I had never heard of none of that. So even if I wanted to come out here faking the funk like I was some hardcore dude, I didn't know. Like, I didn't know. I had no idea that these things, these other things existed. These other things people place so much weight on. I didn't know about that. I give a fuck about that. That's right, Cali Big Dog. I'm on the Defector Patrol. That's right, Cali Big Dog. Hey, man, some of these dudes defect for all the wrong shit, but that's because they couldn't wing it. They couldn't wing it. They couldn't do it. They couldn't make it work. No, they tried too hard, but they were not knowledgeable. And now they're out here fucking punching the air, throwing rocks, hiding the hand, spinning fucking narratives, and they can't spin them because they don't have the fact. They're trying to wing it. They're trying to wing it. It's Wing It Wednesday, man. You gotta wing. Sometimes you gotta wing it, but you shouldn't have to wing it. Like, winging it should be reserved for those situations that are just spontaneous, out of the blue, that throw your whole shit off. Like someone threw a fucking monkey wrench in your operation. You're like, oh shit, now I gotta fucking think of plan A, plan B out of the fucking blue. But is it really out of the blue? If you're winging it, you're always gonna do it based on experience, knowledge, something you know. You're in the know of this. That's why you can wing it. You cannot wing it if you're not skillful, if you're not smart, if you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Straight up. Talking papas. Frank Tica's dropping now. He's talking papas on a Wing It Wednesday. And sometimes I wing it. Today I was winging it. I'm independently impoverished. That's right. Defector. Okay. Kelly Big Dog. That's right. You need your diabetes look-alike body double to take. Hey, man, look, I'm about to drop a video. I did a reaction to that video, Jay Slaughter. I did a reaction, but it's loading on my phone right now. Like I said, I've been busy. I've been winging it, but I was able to get here. I was 1 minute late to this live. So, even though I don't like to be late, and I see that as a fail on my part, considering the fact that I've been winging it. That was pretty good. You only had to wait for about a minute or two before I came on. That's right. Machete, I'm independently poor from the high stakes roulette street. Ill-mannered. Let's see, who is the most famous dropout? Look, I don't know, bro. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you straight up right now, man. Like, that whole status shit, I really don't care for, bro. Like, I don't care about it, because at the end of the day, I think that, I mean, they can try to rewrite history, but you did what you did, ya estuvo. I mean, if you come clean and you talk about, I guess, I mean, I wouldn't say it's forgiven, but it's accepted. It's accepted by people, by the general public. They can accept if you were to come out and say, you know what, I did this, I was a part of this, and that's why a lot of people actually watched Savage Studios. Rest in peace to him. It's a sad ending to him. The guy that went after him was really not all there. How could you get so mad and frustrated at someone for shit like this that you decide to take their life? That's crazy, bro. That's fucking crazy. Like that Las Vegas fucking streamer. No, but that just goes to show that some of these guys, but specifically that Las Vegas dude that was a fucking YouTuber, and he went and he killed his competition right on the script. That was crazy. But he did that shit on the spur of the moment. Oh, he's over there? Let me just go. He fucking winged it. And he was successful in what he wanted to do. Because he showed up, he knew where they were, he saw where they were, knew where they were, got out, did the thing, did it right, and took care of his fucking problem. Unfortunately, he's a fucking criminal. He's a killer. He decided to do something on the spur of the moment. He was successful because he knew the area, he knew where it was, he knew the people, he was able to recognize. All I'm saying is that he would not have been able to pull it off that way if it was somewhere else, if these people were filming somewhere else outside of his territory. If they were filming outside of his territory, he may have known and recognized. It might have been a little bit harder for him to get where he was trying to get to. But he was able to do it. He was able to do it slyly. He was able to hide. He was able to accomplish all of that because he knew, because he had prior experiences, and that's what we're talking about. He was able to wing it, do this shit because he knew the area. It's just like what happened to, unfortunately, to this guy Savage Studios. He put out his location. Someone fucking went out there and knew enough about it, knew enough about him to do what they did. But it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. I don't regardless of how you feel about people, I'm not going to wish them harm. I just think people, unfortunately, they reap what they sow. They reap what they sow. And some people just hate, man. Some people just hate. But I don't want to talk about that. I kind of got sidetracked. We're talking about winging it. That dude in Las Vegas that did that thing, he winged it, and he was able to pull it off because he knew the conditions. He knew where it was. He knew he had information. And that's what I'm trying to get to you guys. Like, a lot of times you guys think that you're going to be able to wing shit that you've never done before. Like, you're just going to be able to jump in it and do it. And no, you're not. No, you're not. If you don't take the time to study it, to look at it, to analyze it, to ask about it, to investigate, to research, to learn, to grasp it, to practice it, to do whatever it needs to be done, you're not going to be able to wing it. And a lot of times the first step that's hard to get past is the first. The first step is the hardest to get past. That's right, Jay Slaughter. 2 times is one dead, the other is Debbie. Yeah, that's sad, bro. Sad. Both is, it's true. Both things are true, and both things are sad. Joker, Savage. Machete facts, bro. That's right. Let's see. Jay Slaughter, keep it. Eventually, everyone hits. Winging it. Let's see. All right, Justin Lang, winging it. It's what you got into the situation in the first place. Walking a hard line is incredibly hard to do. And we're going to get to that. I have a video I'm going to share with you guys that has a lot to do more with procrastination, because I think that you end up winging it when you procrastinate. When you procrastinate, that's when you end up winging shit, because you did not take the time. Like, the time that you could have used to study, to find out, to figure it out, to get it in motion, you decided to procrastinate. And it wasn't until it was extremely necessary to do it that you try to wing it. But you miss an opportunity of doing it right. Even winging it requires that you're prepared, at least knowledge wise. At least I should accept who he was and embrace it. Yeah, yeah. I agree, bro. I agree. But I don't like to get into like those types of conversations or comparisons because it's just really bad shit, man. Like bad shit happens sometimes, and I don't know if it's avoidable. I mean, look. I would say that 75% of the shit is avoidable, but that other 25, you're just working with people that are crazy and you don't know how the fuck they're gonna act. And that's the unfortunate thing. That's the unfortunate thing when there aren't programs that can detect people that are like going through it mentally and can be stopped. And there are red flags online. There are red flags everywhere. Like, look at all these creeps that sometimes jump on. Like, you don't know how far they're willing to go, and that should be a fucking red flag. Just an automated red flag, dude. Nobody should have to say shit about it. Like, nobody should have to fucking point a finger and be like, "Hey, that guy's fucking crazy." No, there should be fucking more. There should be more checks and balances. But the reason why there aren't any more checks and balances is because governments prefer to divert all that money into law enforcement and other bullshit than to have more fucking professionals, more medical staff and people ready to evaluate situations like this. Instead, they send a fucking rookie cop and disaster happens. The city ends up having to pay the fucking victims, and then another police agency hires the guy. Crazy. It's fucking crazy. You got cops out there winging it. You got cops out there fucking winging it. Like dealing in these fucking high level stress situations, high stress level situations. People are going off their rocker. Maybe they're having a fucking mental situation going on, and they send a rookie cop, fucking trigger happy, jumpy, and all jittery to handle it. What do you think is going to happen? You guys are winging it. There's whole fucking police forces out there just fucking winging it, just sending anybody out there to take care of shit that a professional should be taking care of. But that's just my opinion, That's what I'm talking about. That's just me talking papas. Frank Ticas dropping us. That's just me talking papas, on a Wing It Wednesday. But you got cops out there winging it. They don't know how to take care of situations, and they cause more harm than they do good. Straight up. That's why it's a little hard. Hey, I respect your opinions. I respect who you have allegiances to, but it's kind of hard for me in particular. This is Frank Ticas dropping nice, talking papas. To fully trust law enforcement because of it. I don't have that trust level is not very high. I'm sure that next my book doesn't mind me before the 6th mortgage goes through. What's up, Frank Team Familia? Hey, what's up, OG Smalls? Chilling, man. We're over here talking papas. It's a Wing It Wednesday. Even if you want to wing it, even if you want to do something and you're saying, I'm going to wing it, you have to have knowledge, you have to have understanding and experience in that which you're trying to wing it in. If you don't, you're going to fuck it up. What you're doing really is causing a mess. Just call it how I see it. That's right, Katie Smalls, Kelly Big Dog, Sonic 1288. What's up, chatting Frank? Salute. Brother, fresh off work. Oh, hey, man, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening in, man. We got 19 people in the house. Please hit the like if you haven't already done so. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. I'm going to continue putting out lives every day as long as I can, as long as the Lord permits. Right now, I'm loading a video. It's still saving that. It's a reaction video to the video that Skittles put out today. So it is a reaction video, but it has edited parts. So it's taking a while to save. Plus, I did it on my phone. And once it's done, I'm going to try to load it. And that's probably going to take a couple of hours. But it's all good. I'm getting ready for that USA game. Yeah, I got it on right now too, bro. I got it on, OG. You know, I'm watching the games, working. I'm doing all kinds of things at the same time. I've been doing my tree search, friend. I know you have, bro. Hey, you saw that? Man, look, come on, bro. Hey, Jay Slaughter, I saw those DMs. I saw those DMs, Jay Slaughter. Shout out to Jew. Shout out to Jew. Shout out to you, Jay Slaughter, Shankopotamus, OG Smalls, everybody that's in here. Thank you guys so much for supporting my channel. That's right, Shank. I already see the haters, man. Let's see. Procrastination is like masturbation. You're only. I'm about to play a little video about that, man. Ah, man. All right, so you guys know what to do. You guys know what to do. We got a hater in the house. Hit the like before you step out, fool. Hit the like. Puta. Hit the like. You know what's up, man. It's Frank Ticas. Dropping knowledge, talking papas. I know wing it. What is you guys try to wing it with your weird ass narratives. Come on now. See, and that's the worst part is you guys can't get your head out the gutter. Everything is fucking anti-woman, fucking sexual. Everything is homophobic. You guys are fucking weird, racist. You guys are weird. You guys are fucking weird. That's right. That's right, oh man nerd. Shank, good to see you. That's right, Katie Frizzle, 100%. Hey, Popeye, nice to see you, brother. Sending mine to all. Saludos, Frank T. Saludos to you, brother. With a raise in a jurisdiction full of unsuccess and promotion. Yeah, that's right, bro. That's right. And a promotion sometimes, too. That's right. Let's go, U.S. Popeye. Good to see you, brother. I'm distracted with this by this pinche kitten. Okay. Popeye. Hey, Taco Stain. Nice to see you, brother. CBD Popeye. Shout out to you, Taco Stain. Good to see you, bro. Thanks for always showing support, stopping by. You know, we don't stop. We do what we do. Jay, why you hating on Frank? I saw those DMs. Humans are taught don't take any chances, don't shoot unless you know you have no choice. For cops, don't take any chances, shoot. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's exactly what it is. I checked it. Hold on, guys. Think about it. You should practice. Good job. Good job. Good job. Proud of you. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I was just man, God is good. God is good. God is good. That's all I can say. That's right, Taco Stain. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you, Taco Stain. Yeah, hey man. So I'm gonna play a little video about procrastination. Sometimes Hey, that's right, Oakland. Nice to see you. You're at work. Thanks for listening in. Thank you. Is that Diamond? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are looking at. But anyways, I want to play this video. Okay, and let me go ahead and share it. I'm also going to share the link. I haven't shared the link yet. Sorry about that, guys, but I'm about to share it. Put it here, and I'll pin it as well. There you go. And okay, so let me go ahead and share this video. We're gonna watch it. I'm gonna play it all the way through. Let me make it a little bigger. There it is. All right, so let me just catch up with this. Oakland, that's right, Oakland. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play it on through, and then we're just gonna talk about it. Remember, this is Frank Ticas dropping knowledge, talking papas live on the Wing It Wednesday. And what I was telling you guys before I start is that even to wing it, you have to know what the fuck you're doing. If you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you're not winging it. You're gonna make a mess. You're making a mockery out of it. You're acting up. You need to know what you're getting into. If you don't even know 75% of what it is that you're trying to wing it in, you're not going to be successful. And all you're going to do is oust yourself. You're going to make yourself visible as someone that's inexperienced and doesn't know what they're talking about. No, the same with a lot of these fucking narratives. They're fucking stupid. Why are they stupid? Because there's no fact, there's no knowledge, none of that shit. No, people just assume and act weird. But anyways, let's get the function going.
It's 5 p.m. and you've just realized that report you've been putting off is due tomorrow. It's time to buckle down, open your computer, and check your phone. Maybe catch up on your favorite YouTube channel. Actually, you should probably make dinner first. You usually like cooking, though it's hard to enjoy with this work hanging over your head. And, it's actually pretty late. Maybe you should just try again in the morning. This is the cycle of procrastination, and I promise you, we have all been there. But why do we keep procrastinating even when we know it's bad for us? To be clear, putting something off isn't always procrastinating. Responsible time management requires deciding which tasks are important and which ones can wait. Procrastination is when we avoid a task we said we would do for no good reason, despite expecting our behavior to bring negative consequences. Obviously, it's irrational to do something you expect to harm you. But ironically, procrastination is the result of our bodies trying to protect us, specifically by avoiding a task we see as threatening. When you realize you need to write that report, your brain responds like it would to any incoming threat. Your amygdala, a set of neurons involved in emotional processing and threat identification, releases hormones, including adrenaline, that kick off a fear response. This stress-induced panic can overpower the impulses from your prefrontal cortex, which typically help you think long-term and regulate your emotions. And it's in the midst of this fight, flight, or freeze response that you decide to handle the threat by avoiding it in favor of some less stressful task. This response might seem extreme. After all, it's just a deadline, not a bear attack. But we're most likely to procrastinate tasks that evoke negative feelings, such as dread, incompetence, and insecurity. Studies of procrastinating university students have found participants were more likely to put off tasks they perceived as stressful or challenging, and the perception of how difficult a task is increases while you're putting it off. In one experiment, students were given reminders to study throughout the day. While they were studying, most reported that it wasn't so bad, but when they were procrastinating, they consistently rated the idea of studying as very stressful, making it difficult to get started. Because procrastination is motivated by our negative feelings, some individuals are more susceptible to it than others. People who have difficulty regulating their emotions and those who struggle with low self-esteem are much more likely to procrastinate, regardless of how good they are at time management. However, it's a common misconception that all procrastinators are lazy. In the body and brain, laziness is marked by low energy and general apathy. When you're feeling lazy, you're more likely to sit around doing nothing than distract yourself with unimportant tasks. In fact, many people procrastinate because they care too much. Procrastinators often report a high fear of failure, putting things off because they're afraid their work won't live up to their high standards. Whatever the reason for procrastination, the results are often the same. Frequent procrastinators are likely to suffer from anxiety and depression, ongoing feelings of shame, higher stress levels, and physical ailments associated with high stress. Worst of all, while procrastination hurts us in the long run, it does temporarily reduce our stress level, reinforcing it as a bodily response for coping with stressful tasks. So, how can we break the cycle of procrastination? Traditionally, people thought procrastinators needed to cultivate discipline and practice strict time management. But today, many researchers feel the exact opposite. Being too hard on yourself can layer additional bad emotions onto a task, making the threat even more intense. To short-circuit this stress response, we need to address and reduce these negative emotions. Some simple strategies include breaking a task into smaller elements, or journaling about why it's stressing you out and addressing those underlying concerns. Try removing nearby distractions that make it easy to impulsively procrastinate. And more than anything, it helps to cultivate an attitude of self-compassion, forgiving yourself and making a plan to do better next time. Because a culture that perpetuates this cycle of stress and procrastination hurts all of us in the long term.
All right, all right. So that's basically what it was. Let me go ahead and stop sharing this. All right, let me go back. And let me turn on my camera. What's up, guys? What's up? So yeah, man, look. I was tripping out. Remember tripping out Tuesday? I was tripping out on this video because a lot of times all I do is procrastinate. Okay, free mags. That's right, free mags. Look, sometimes I procrastinate sleep. Procrastination is a reaction, is a similar reaction to fear, to dread. So basically what it is that the more we procrastinate, the more we put it off, the more we feel stressed by doing it. That's why I said sometimes the hardest step is the first step. The first step is the hardest step to getting what we want to get in life. Or when we have to wing it, when we have to make a quick decision because something happened and you got to wing it. Something changed, so now you got to wing it. You still have to make this work. You still have to be successful at it. You still have to get from point A to point B or whatever it is you're trying to get, even though this unplanned event occurred. Whopping, I don't know what happened, bro. I shoot through the cord. The fuck? Let me see. Am I live? Hey, can you guys hear me or what? Because I see people talking about the Wi-Fi got cut. I don't know if you guys are serious or what, because I see myself connected. Let me know, guys. Let me know, because I see myself live. Am I still live? Let me check. Yeah, I'm still live. What are you guys talking about? Oh, shit.